like I said, I was on the meeting last week, and I was talking about my case coming up on Thursday. So before the case, I did I filed all my documents, and everything was reported on a 1099-B, and obviously the CPS, the courts and the police were informed. But on the day of the case, I did take a copy of the documents in just to be sure, and filed them in court on the date of the hearing. So on the actual hearing date, when I went in court, in fact, I had the worst clerk of the court ever in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, England, where I live. She's notorious, and I've always had big arguments with this woman. So I went in and I thought, oh, brilliant, I've got her. So first of all, she said, Mr. Reed, can you please confirm the name? And I said, well, basically, I'm here to settle the matter as a trustee for the trust that you're trying to administer today. And then she said, well, we need to know if Mr. Reed is Mr. Reed here or not, because if Mr. Reed's not here, we're going to issue a warrant for his arrest. So I just calmly, and the main thing I did was I was very calm, and I said, listen, as I said to you before, I am the trustee of the trust that you're trying to administer, and I'm just here to settle the charges. And the minute I said, obviously, I'm here to settle the charges, she was getting quite upset with me because I wasn't contracting with the courts. And I thought, well, let me explain to them what I'm talking about. So I explained about the trust to the courts, and as soon as I started explaining to the trust, and they realised that I knew what I was talking about, they were very much like on the defensive from that. So what she said was she was going to issue a warrant if I did not confirm my name was Gary Reed. And I said, well, you can't confirm, I can't confirm the name of a dead person. I said, I can confirm today I'm the trustee, and I'm only here today to settle the charges. I said, furthermore, okay, I have had to file these matters with the IRS, and they will be in touch with you. And the minute I said that, it was like, honestly, you could hear a pin drop in the court. And plus I'd filed all the documents in court, and so they knew, but they were testing me to see how far they could push me. And when they got over the part that they accepted that I was not the legal fiction, and I got the clerk to acknowledge me as Gary, because I said I am not the legal fiction, and she goes, well, you are the person. I said, well, I'm not a person. I says, the birth certificate was created through fraud, with my mother being coerced into signing the birth certificate as what did I use now? I forgot the name. As an informant, and an informant is someone who gives something away. So I cleared it up with them with that, and I just couldn't believe it. Because normally I've been in a lot of these court cases, and the minute you do not give your name, they're just going to issue a warrant for your arrest. But what the clerk of the court said to me, she said, look, Gary, I want to work with you on this. You have to come halfway with me. So what is it you want the courts to do today? And I was like, wow, if you're asking me what you want me to do, I said, well, first and foremost, these allegations, there's no evidence that I've done anything, and I would like to see the evidence. So then she said to the clerk of the court, after we'd been in there for about nearly 10 minutes, she said to the clerk of the court, do you have anything to say? And honestly, guys, this is how it was. The clerk stood up very nervously and said, I don't know what to do. I have never been in this position before. And it was so powerful. I could not get my head around. And still, even now talking about it, I can't believe what happened. And I can honestly say I can only put it down to the fact that I had filed everything in the courts to everybody, to the CPS, the clerk of the court, the police. I even filed it to the chief commissioner of the police I laid it all on the line to everybody, and what they said in the end was, we're going to give the Crown Prosecution Service 5 days to give you the evidence, but I know there is no evidence, and that was it. But funnily enough, there was another charge against me that was pending, and I did all the paperwork last Friday, and on the Monday I was meant to, because my court case was on last Thursday, but on the Monday I was meant to, or the Tuesday I was meant to go back to answer bail, and they contacted me on the Monday and said, "Oh, you're meant to come in on such and such a date. It's been cancelled, and you don't need to come in." I said, "Why not?" He said, "It's just we're going to send you a charge out, but we don't know what's going on." But I know 100% it was because I did the 1099B. And I just obviously like to share that with you guys. This is honestly for me, it's so powerful because I've been on this road a very long time. So I know how the court system work. And, when you go in there and we're doing all these things, one, they're saying that you're crazy or you're a freeman on the land and all this stuff. But one thing the court did say to me, they made it very clear because I said to him, "Listen, I'm not stupid. I know exactly what you were doing." And on two occasions, the clerk said to me, we want to emphasize, we do not think you're stupid. We know you're very smart." And I couldn't believe it because we've all been down, if anyone's been down the court process before, you know what they're like. They're very much like they attack you and they belittle you and they say that you're a freeman of the land. Listen, I had nothing like that. And this court was kissing my arse like, oh, you would not believe it. So yeah, I just had to share that with the team. This process is 100% for real, and I yield on that at that.